Hello everyone, a very quick and short introduction. This is not a normal way I introduce a video to you, but I wanted to give you a heads up for a different format of these Beyond the Notes. What I changed in this format is, typically the Beyond the Notes videos had these overlays with the score filmed from the top down, where I mark the passages that I'm talking about in the video in yellow, red or green or whatever color. I left that out, I didn't do that. Also, I didn't edit the video, so you'll get almost the raw format. So as if you and I were sitting at the clavichord and we would just have a little chat about the piece that I perform or I just talk about, which makes the content a little slower. And also, you won't have the score overlay anymore. I left it out not because I am a super lazy person, well, kind of, but it just takes a lot of time. And if you've noticed, many of you, I know, are waiting for these Beyond the Note videos, but you've noticed that the last one was like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and the reason is that I just don't have the extra time available to add that score overlay. Let me know in the comment section what your impression is. If you like that, if you would like me to continue this way, I can develop this format. The only thing I ask now is just download the score or take the score from the shelf if you want to follow along with the video on the score. You know, that's the only thing. You have to imagine that these score overlays and editing, normally the raw session like this one is 40-45 minutes. I reduced that in the past to 20 to 30 minutes, between like 20 and 30 minutes. But all of that combined, that easily takes 4 to 5 hours. And that's extra time that maybe it's not even worth spending on the video. It doesn't change the context, also not the quality. I don't know. You let me know in the comment section below. But this, I thought, was a good compromise to, well, keep these Beyond the Notes videos running, because I really like making them, and I know it's a small portion of the channel of you watching these, but it's important to me. So, without further ado, here's a full video. Let's start. F minor Prelude. Where do we start listening? Where do we start not listening, but exploring? Or try to figure out why this music has this effect on us. If we consider this 1.5 bar to be the start of the piece, there's the message, there's a narrative. And just harmonically, music is harmony. It's very simple. That's the beauty of F minor. What happened actually? It's not so much. Transition note. You just exchange. And then beautiful. Of course, it's typical for this music, Baroque music, we will see a lot of ornamentation. And Bach, of course, he's not just giving ornaments, or just not ornamenting these rather simple harmonies in a way to just go to the next harmony or go to the next melodic note. He is using this pattern of ornamentation. There is the secret of Bach. That's what makes his music so great. Every note in his composition, or compositions, but we're talking about the F minor here, has a meaning. So how does he start? He goes up with a normal broken chord. You could say it's just a start, like an overture. No. The F here is a quarter note, but also serves in the row of 16th notes, going up. And by doing that, you know, we go up, we're like, we project something, we throw something in the air, like, And to me personally, this is always a sign of hope. That this can be a cry for when people when you are in this situation and you don't feel good and you ask out loud who's helping me. You throw something in the air. It's a cry. You shout whatever. It's of course a sign of a kind of bad feeling. You feel alone. You feel, but by the act of doing so, you reach out to something, and that happens here, to God, to another person. You ask for help, and in itself, it has this duality. It has this the person who makes this claim, who makes this who asks that, who makes this like whatever. Don't find the word. It's of course in a situation that's not very nice, but the fact that you're doing that is you reach out to something, you ask for help, has something positive as well. So we go up, we stay there. Actually, you have a second melody, you could say. And then here. So now we have two elements. We have this, the main melody is indicated in quarter notes. But here comes the next one. You could say like, but he doesn't do that. Not yet. And then here, diminished 7. Diminished intervals, always painful. And then you have filler notes, like again ornamentation on ornamentation, but ornamentation again, but in Bach's music it's never ornamentation only. So we go up here, melody, and this F. Very simple, but we reach two notes. You could say like this. It's not written, but you feel it like. The G. Okay, this is on a micro level. If you play the piece, you might not even hear that. It's just da-dee-dum, but for a moment you have this chord, you do feel that. Preparation for the diminished 7th and diminished 5th. So let me play it like one more time with all the elements. So that's the end of the introduction. We haven't left the F and the bass. We're going to do that now. And how is Bach going to do that? He's going to imitate the melody of the first bar. So very simple. But okay, what does he do? Because now the bass is moving, and if the bass moves, the harmonic structure is moving. Very important. So as long as you stay in F minor, you are in this pattern of F minor, because the bass, like that's your foundation. But now we leave that. We repeat also the ornamentation in the left hand. So we repeat the ornamentation in the left hand that we had in the right hand at the beginning. Comes now with the left hand. It's identical. Left hand. Again, this. Remember? So the same elements. Again, left hand, broken chord. So it's C, D flat. D flat is the 6th grade in F minor. It's like very doubtful, like you are actually, the 6th grade is the major D flat major chord, which is, but of course it's just a transition note, and there comes the augmented. interval in the bass. So you go from... That's huge. Again, same. We had that in bar 2. Diminished 7. And you expect this. But of course, we had that already. Bach is going to do something different. So, the first 3 bars, we set up a structure that is like harmonically very simple, but because even when the left hand moves, it's very simple. You cannot say this is rocket science in terms of harmonic development. We're still in F minor even, not even a modulation. But we had all kinds of stuff. We had intervals, so we'll go up. We had second so-called important notes, you could say melody, but like notes that actually asks for your attention. Like we have a repetition of like in the left hand of that same structure. And then we come here in bar 4. It doesn't do this. So F minor now suddenly becomes the dominant for B flat minor. So the A flat becomes A natural. So normally leading note E natural, we have the A flat and we have A natural here. It goes to B flat minor. So suddenly the tonica, the main principal note, becomes a dominant for another key, and that's a major shock. What does Bach do in the left hand? Same pattern. We actually copy just bar 2 and here in bar 4. Again, same motif. We arrive in B flat minor. And now this is A flat major. So we were in F minor, we go to B flat minor, but it's just a transition to go to... And that's a huge shock. That should be like a huge shock if you listen to the music, because we're not prepared for this. We come from here. The surprise modulation. And this is not only a great harmonic fount of Bach, he uses that to create this shock, and the shock actually that illustrates the way we as a listener or as humans are lost in this moment. Like we think like F minor, yeah, it's depressing, but we still know that we're going to the bass and F. Yeah, we're going to the F, but not in the way you want. And not in the way you actually thought you were going to the F. Why not? You have to get the feeling. He enhances that feeling of being lost. So another key. And right at the moment where you feel, okay, I accept that, that's my fate today, or in your life, at the moment where you are, Bach said, no. And this, the way he reaches A flat major here, it's almost emotional. It's like he creates this incredible depressing mood with all these intervals that, you know, are diminished 50 minutes sevens, augmented seconds. and the bass, like it's like almost, if you see these old cathedrals, you know, they have these faces and the wall, and like these angels that have like creepy faces, I would say. That's like the illustration of that. And then finally, when he gets you in that mood of feeling like that, he wants to give a message, like, even if you feel like that, there is still this. And see what happens. We go up. Not only the bass, but also the right hand, everything, and the middle part. Everything goes up now, still using the same elements. You could say that here in the right hand, that's a new element. And you have there also typical, like, you jump up on a syncopation. On the clavier chord you could do a little baby boom. It's like you jump, and then each time you get to hang on a higher branch, so to say. It's just enough energy, and the entire orchestra, I would say, all the four voices are participating. It's a great moment. So totally out of nothing, you come here. You don't know yet that E flat major as a dominant for A flat major. The relative major of F minor is coming. You know it here. Unbelievable how this color, how these shades change. Up. And the right hand now gets lyric, you know, in the sense that I'm playing it slower so you can hear. As if, yo, there's hope. I mean, do you remember the beginning? And now you're here. We are just in bar 9. The piece has like 21, 22 bars. That's how much more can you cover human emotions than this? And that's partly the secret with Bach. You have it with this kind of contrast, this kind of also, and keep in mind, we are still using the same ornaments. He's just very simple harmonies, because also here, there is nothing special there, there's nothing spectacular. He doesn't need to, and probably it would harm the piece if Bach goes much further than this. So we are here in A flat major. And where do we go from now? So actually you could say everything that we've said has been said, but no, then he continues again. And the entire piece will be a roller coaster of emotions. I'm using that word often because it's the best word I can think of in English, but it's like you go from negative to positive to negative to positive. Here it's very, very brutal. That's very brutal. That's like, we have talked about the E flat minor prelude in the past. We have talked about other pieces, C minor prelude, and also that's not a very friendly piece. The E flat minor certainly not. It's a completely different piece if you could compare it with this one. But like emotions like day and night or night and day, so close to each other without any preparation, it's unbelievable. This moment, and then it's so beautiful. I cannot describe that. And then going up. Listen to the bass. How can something simple be so incredibly effective? Okay, we are here now. And then we go back to misery. It's like a painter, just one stroke, you know, and you have a completely different look. There's again this black feeling, this not okay. Of course, when you play the music, you don't hear this E natural like I'm playing it now, but the effect will be diminished, but it will be there. That's a huge question mark. Same motive. It's everywhere, eh? Like here in the middle. Then here. So it's always the same patterns, the same motives, but like mixing it in an infinitive way. I think Bach could, if we wanted, like if he were Beethoven composing this, he would like make a piece of 30 minutes out of this. Always using the same motives. And you don't even there, if that's the beauty also with Bach, you listen to the music, and if you don't know that, it's not a problem. You will not even, you will recognize some patterns, but that it's like so dense, that it's like so minimalistic, I would say. You wouldn't even notice. And that's the great thing about this music. You don't notice that because it all serves this one purpose. That's to bring you this, the meaning, the message of this music, what only music can bring. So we continue just a little bit, and because the entire piece will be like that, and I don't want to bore you to that with like my impressions here. I can sit here at my clavichord and just enjoy this forever. Like I've said it before, playing music is great, but like going through music like this, it's like enhancing all these little spicy moments. It's so great. High G. If you play this on an organ, you would hear this still, eh? Big intervals. Again, augmented. Second here. Diminished seventh. Cadence. It's all ornamentation, but very effective. And now comes a big surprise again. We had here the surprise in A to go to A flat major. Now we are in C minor, or we are actually not in C minor. We were for a moment, actually C is still the dominant, should say. Because he expected to go back to F minor. But what does he do? So, the one thing that makes F minor is the A flat. And again, if you are in harmony class in conservatory, I've been there, you get this explained as like, okay, we go back to the 4th grade. So Bach is using F minor, he's going to F major, not major, F becomes a dominant, so you just augment the A flat and you go to A natural and you're here. And then you think, oh, that's simple, like the piece is like you decompose everything, like analyzing it in this way that, I mean, you start wondering like, what makes this music great? I have no idea. But it's of course not about this explanation harmonically. It's not about that. It's about what this does, what this harmonic change does to us. It's again the language we try. That's what happens in all 4 harmony lessons. And like I would have, like, in hindsight, I would have better spend more time to that and learn more and continue with that. But I was always like, I didn't feel anything, and I understand now why. Because understanding the harmonic patterns is important when you go and compose or improvise, but it doesn't explain the effect it has on us, because we try to explain, and it's important again for composition and for improvisation, we have to understand it here. You have to be in front of everything. But if you're in the back end and try to understand like what does it does here, it doesn't help. And for me, these explanations, like reducing everything to a harmonic pattern that is explainable, also has the risk of just ripping it from its effect, because there's one thing you have to keep in mind. It's not the harmonic progression or the harmonic sequence that Bach is using or a good composer is using. It's a timeline on which he pins all these harmonic changes. That's the structure. And great composers like Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, Haydn, they are unbelievably precise in this. So you bring, he's like this C major, but like still the dominant of A flat, F minor. C minor has also A flat. So you keep like standing in the same place long enough, and then you are here expecting F minor, and in this. That's like you are hiding in a house, it's storming outside, it's bad weather, it's dangerous even, and then suddenly you close the curtains and everything, you have to protect yourself, and then you still expect outside, you want to take a glimpse, to look outside, how's the weather now, are we still in danger, and you open a little bit of that curtain and you see, oh my god, the sun is shining. That we didn't expect. No, that we didn't expect. And again, broken chord, always the same elements. Unbelievable, this piece. But it was like a little bit fake. We are using F major now as a dominant of this B flat minor, not something in the sense of the A flat major passage here where we were. That's not gonna happen. Same element. And then super dramatic now. Reverse arpeggio on the left hand. And now also this is like Bach already used this material, actually kind of same material for his son Friedemann Bach, and he elaborated on that piece, also adding a fugue. And here is actually a little bit of preparation of the fugue, so there's a little bit more flesh to the prelude that he gave for the WTC, and in an unbelievable way. So. Could have a quick ending here, but he does this. The coda starts here. So he repeats the beginning, but not like, and there is a C in the bass, and that's not going away. So we are clearly approaching the end of the work. And you can kind of see that it's a different structure, that he added things, because the left hand now has this long quarter note. They're like trumpet signals. And the right hand will continue, the two voices there. But they are prisoned, they're captured, they have nowhere to go, because again, music is basically harmony, and when the C stays there in the bass, where do you go in the right hand? Nowhere. So you circle around, and what does Bach do with that? He of course creates a culmination of the affect or the emotion of the entire piece, and it goes like this. Just to repeat the repetition of the beginning. Ending of the piece. No, the C is not going anywhere. And now, again, repeating that motive, high. Question mark. Of course, when you play the music, you don't stand still that long, but that's what happens. And again, you notice that. And now we give up, we go back. This announces the end of the piece. Again, same motif. How do we end? Always this augmented third is so important. Whatever happens, whatever your emotion you have to go through, there is always, of course in Bach's time, in Bach's language, I would say in Bach's universe, and it's true for many today, the end of it, it's the higher power that is there at the end, like an amen. So it would be an exercise if you were into that, like to just mark all these motives like this, and then just see how many times Bach is reusing that, and in a completely organic way. So yeah, I could stand still with this piece like forever, and the great thing is like, the difficult thing is like, I can only even demonstrate the beauty of it by playing. How can you explain this? I know for many of you, I get a lot of comments and also emails like actually thanking me for this content, which I'm grateful for. I really love making these videos, and you know this channel is like a little bit divided between tempo research and this, but it's like, and talking about music, but it's a little bit the same, because if you want to highlight these things, of course you have to think of a tempo that allows that, but that's like, of course, a different thing. But I could do this forever, just listening to the effect. The clavichord is, of course, I have to say, an instrument that allows that. So let me know in the comments what your impressions are, and if you take something out of these videos, let me know as well. It's very helpful to me. Also, if you would like me to share this, the fragments in the recording more. Again, that was difficult this time. I didn't know exactly where to. It's all intertwined. It's all organically going and flowing and just going on. So I thought, like, let's try to do something else here in this video. It gives a little bit more, less of pattern interrupts, less of like changes of camera set or whatever. So it might be a little bit more boring. I don't know. Just let me know what your impression is, and if you want to see more of this content. If you want to see more of this content, give the video a thumbs up. It's the best way to also promote that content throughout YouTube. So anyways, if you're still here in the video, I want to thank you for being here and to spend this time with me. I feel blessed with an audience like that. Let me just finish this video by if you would like to see more of this, we have a Patreon page where I upload also practicing sessions and concerts and podcasts. And we have a community there. We meet each 2 months, and then in hangout this month is June, so we will have a hangout at the end of the month. So if you just want to talk to this group, to me, to have questions, like more direct access, Patreon is there, and my patrons actually are incredible people. There's a group of enthusiasts that is there for the project, for the clavichord, for the tempo research, for the piano, for the productions that we make, and it's because of them that I'm making this video also for you. It's super important. So I feel so blessed having such a large group of people that supports the things we are doing here, and that's quite a lot. So you might have seen and noticed that we have just shipped actually the Beethoven box, and Stefan, my project manager, will kill me for not having it here and show it to you. It's just over there on the table. I will show it in the next video. So thank you for being here, for everything, and I hope this video contributed to understanding a little bit better, or just give new impulses, or even just give an impulse to listen to this F minor prelude again, because it's unbelievable. So that was all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. We see each other very soon again. Bye.